like we said, and like you heard in the intro, Saquon Barkley scored a touchdown. And before that, Darren Waller scored his first touchdown as a Giant.
Woo!
And Ross, you know the stat. The Giants went how many quarters without an offensive touchdown?
10, 12, 13.
I think the first one was the Miami Dolphins pick 6 at the end of the half against the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's our first offensive touchdown all season.
But it was
first half.
But it was a defensive touchdown.
Yeah,
it was the first touchdown period in the first half.
I want to say that's disgusting. Like, who does that? Like, if you're a football team in 2023, that can't be possible. But I'm gonna rain positive vibes on the Giants today because that was a good win. Division wins is hard to come by. And congratulations to you, Giants fans. No matter how much you want to talk about draft picks, Ross, Caleb Williams, Drake May, both of whom didn't look too good this past weekend, by the way. But listen, you got Tyrod Taylor, all right? Let me tell you something. Why are you growing like that?
He's not that. Come on.
He looked good yesterday. He looked good yesterday.
279 yards, good, 2 touchdowns. You haven't seen this since, like, Eli.
Like it says here, a season-high rating for a New York Giants quarterback.
That's sad.
It's the best you got. It's the best you're getting.
For a guy
your defense did incredible these past few weeks. They've been doing incredible. They stopped the rush yesterday incredibly well. 31 yards to Chris Rodriguez, 23 yards to Brian Robinson Jr. You guys did incredibly on the run game, on stopping the run and the passing game too. Deontay Banks had a great interception.
You know what's gonna happen. We're gonna win just enough games to not pick a quarterback. You know exactly that's gonna happen.
Well, Quinn Ewers, his draft stock's probably fallen because he got hurt on Saturday. What about Quinn Ewers from Texas? What about him? Draft stock's fallen a little bit. He got hurt.
Like Jalen Moreau.
Oh, boy. Daniel Jones gets hurt all the time, though, so we're just going to draft another Daniel Jones.
See Saban chewing on the cigar?
Oh.
He's like, I won't smoke it, but I'll chew it.
Just odd.
Yeah, he's a character.
It's Nick Saban.
Yeah, I guess what Saban does goes, but
if he gets offered a cigarette, does he just chew the cigarette?
Probably, which is a frightening sight.
It's like, Saban, you want a Bogue? It's just odd, chewing cigar. I don't know. Yeah. That's an Alabama thing.
Yeah, they do things very differently in Alabama.
Shout out Jake. Probably chewing cigars right now.
I like to put Jake above certain other things that go on in Alabama.
No, that's true. He's a native New Yorker.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to put that stuff on him. But Tyrod Taylor, man, look, listen. And I've heard it all from Giants fans today. I've heard, the Super Bowl run starts now. Like, people joke about that. But more seriously, I heard, the season's not over yet. I specifically wrote on this damn topic sheet, is the Giants season off life support? Somebody said, I only put that because I saw a tweet. Oh, looks like the Giants season is off life support. What? Like, I don't
it's already over.
I don't mean to be, I don't mean to come in and just PISS, shout out, Novat, I don't want to do that on the Giants parade. Like, y'all had a good win, division win. Y'all own the Commanders. I think the all-time standing now is 107, 71, and 5. 7, 2, and 1 in your last 10 meetings. In fact, you got the Commanders' defensive captain, Jonathan Allen, going. A lot of bleeps coming up. I'm bleeping tired of this bleep. 7 bleeping years of the same bleep. You got them reacting. That's a good win. You should feel good about that win. But now the question is,
there are more curse words in that sentence.
Yeah,
there are regular words.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. But the Giants, because Tyrod Taylor, like Devin just said, highest quarterback passer rating out of any Giants quarterback. Now, whether you want to say, Daniel Jones played a couple games without Saquon Barkley, and we know how much a difference that makes for him.
And no Andrew Thomas, and no John Michael Schmitz either.
That's true, but and they had Justin Pugh at left tackle last week.
Yeah,
I think it was Friday. I said Chase Young was going to match his sacks for this year. He had 3 to start the game. He finished with 2. So I'm close.
And he got an extension. You got a contract extension from Washington. Yeah. Hey, listen, that's why people should love us. We make people get their money.
Yeah.
They should love us. I don't know why people hate us. They love us.
Joel, I got a question for you, Ross. Because you hate Daniel Jones. You hate his contract.
Oh, I do.
Obviously, every Giants fan does hate that
Sure.
contract. What would you rather have? That Daniel Jones contract or Deshaun Watson's guaranteed contract? Deshaun Watson right now is at 11-9 with his touchdown interception.
Daniel Jones.
Ratio.
With Watson, it was all about like off the field crap. I don't want to deal with that. At least Daniel Jones doesn't do that.
Yeah. I heard that.
Thank God.
Allegedly.
No.
Allegedly.
At least he doesn't do that. Yeah.
We don't know these things for
Not
sure, Ross.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's
you
got
know somebody.
Everybody's got a life behind closed doors that
Exactly.
we don't get to see. I don't think Daniel Jones though is
No.
really getting
I'm allegedly.
Yeah,
We got to be real careful with that. Anyway, listen. From what we've seen out of Tyrod Taylor, last week against Buffalo, kept them in the game, was serviceable, but you look at this past game yesterday, and you look at you're finally getting Jalen Hyatt involved. His first throw of the game, near sideline, perfect throw towards the sideline to Jalen Hyatt. You get Wan'Dale Robinson, who, crazy concept here. You get your playmakers in space and let them do something, you'll probably have a better chance of having a good offense. It's amazing that Tyrod Taylor can somehow grasp that, but Daniel Jones couldn't.
I wonder if is Brian Dable allowing Daniel Jones to do that though. I don't think he has a lot of faith in him.
Why wouldn't he?
Exactly.
I don't know. I think Joe Shane. It's interesting. The play calling though, it looks like he has a lot more trust in Tyrod Taylor than.
But isn't that an indictment on Daniel Jones?
It is. It's a bad look. It's a bad look.
It's a bad look.
That's not good.
It's not good.
great.
Bad man.
And the fact that I mentioned Hyatt, I mentioned Robinson, and the crown jewel of it all, Darren Waller. You trade a third-round pick for this guy, and you can't get him a touchdown. Daniel Jones couldn't for 6 weeks. 2 games in with Tyrod Taylor. Now, Tyrod Taylor did target him towards the end of the game in Buffalo.
It was a pull.
And it was a questionable end to it. Should have been a PI, but amazing. You target a 6'6" tight end in the red zone and watch what can happen. It's amazing that this was the first touchdown for Darren Waller as a Giant.
3rd and goal. Taylor to the end zone. Waller! Touchdown! And finally, the Giants put 6 on the board.
Finally for the Giants offense and finally for Darren Waller. And I don't mean to stir up controversy today. I'm really not. I'm trying to actually chill out today. I don't want to. I don't want to make Giants fans mad today.
I know why you're frustrated by the Butterfingers of Frederick Moreau. I know.
No, you think I'm projecting my Saints fanhood, which is the
buttered
hands, onto the Giants?
Cheese hands.
I don't care about. No.
All right.
I've had smoke for this Giants regime for a whole year now because.
Yeah, go after the guy with cancer, Ross.
Yeah.
Drop the pass. Like the Saints kicker. Missed field goal, 29 yards.
Okay, if you want to get that off, but I'm just saying, listen, I can't even say nothing because we gave Derek Carr 150 M's.
Well, can't they cut him though in 2 years?
We can. Same
Okay,
way
the
you can
Giants
cut
could do the
Daniel
same
Jones in 2 years. But I'm just saying, like, listen.
Still got to make it through those 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
One ain't even
And-
halfway done.
And I'm just talking
Jameis.
Giants-wise,
Jameis
right? Hey, man, listen, give me Jameis over Derek Carr. I don't want to spend too much time on the Saints, but honestly speaking, no. Derek Carr, he got his own receivers going at him on Twitter.com. Or X.
Yeah, they don't like Derek Carr.
Nah, I don't like Derek Carr. Who likes Derek Carr?
You don't.
I don't like my quarterbacks wearing eyeliner, all right? I don't want to. Nah, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. That's besides the point, man. I'm trying to focus on the Giants.
I know.
I'm not trying to start up controversy. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that Daniel Jones can't get nobody involved and Tyrod Taylor magically 2 weeks.
I
Commanders
agree.
defense ain't no slouch.
In 2 weeks, he gets the rookie involved that Daniel Jones couldn't do for multiple weeks.
Gets Hyatt involved. Gets Waller's first touchdown.
Almost gave
Wan'Dale
Hyatt his
Robinson.
first touchdown. It was that close to getting for him securing
But
it.
the crazy thing though
Screen
is,
pass to Barkley too. Wow, what a concept. Get your best player in space.
But you know what the crazy thing though is that the offense looked better. It has. How many points did the Giants score?
Their offense has looked better, but it hasn't been better enough to be able to continue to win multiple games for the rest of the season. They scored 14 against the Commanders. They scored 9 against the Bills. They did phenomenal on the defensive end against the Bills, but they still couldn't do anything on the offensive end, whether it was at the end of the first half or end of the second half. And then you go against the Miami Dolphins. They did something against Miami, but most of it was defense. It was the defense that was doing well. So this defense has been showing well over the last few weeks.
Could we also just agree that the offensive line actually looked like an offensive line?
An NFL offensive line, like halfway to it?
Yeah, it looked better.
How they're supposed
for
to.
one half, it was good.
Yeah, but that was something that I haven't seen, and it's just like, wow, is it the offensive line, or do they feel better playing in front of Tyrod Taylor than they do Daniel Jones?
Yeah,
is that a possibility?
Only 4 sacks.
It's not bad. Listen, if that's the case,
do they have more faith in a backup than they do their starting quarterback?
If that's the case, that's a bad look.
No, of course, it's a bad look, especially when you just paid him $160 million.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but this was after the Dolphins game or something, and no, it was after Seattle. Shane and Dable got into some sort of altercation.
Disagreement?
Yeah, it was like a fight. Not good.
Are you good at lip reading, Ross?
It was
John
bad.
Boy Media. Yeah, that's what John Boy's for.
That's bad.
By any chance, would it be Brian Dable being like, I told you we shouldn't have paid that?
Yeah,
man.
that's what I think
wanted
it
Caleb
is.
Williams. We should have just tanked. Joe Shane's like, nah, we got to keep the momentum.
We gave Saquon a 1-year deal.
Let's see what the caller has to say on the subject. Caller, you are on WHPC Sports Talk. Talk to me.
Hello, Joshua. How are you, buddy?
What's up, Justin? I'm good.
Don't you think, I don't know if you guys mentioned it because I just got in the car, but don't you think having someone like Barkley back is an immense help to this offense? And maybe, if Jones had Barkley for a couple of more weeks, we could have seen other players get involved.
Yeah, I mean, Justin, it's what I've been saying for months. It's unbelievable that Saquon Barkley is, without question, the biggest difference maker on the Giants' offense. And the Giants' front office, when it came down to Daniel Jones versus Saquon Barkley, and I know reportedly, if you believe the reports, Barkley turned down $14 million, $13 million per year.
When, last year?
So
it was 13 and a half, I believe, last year was the number.
So he turns that down, but he's trying to get paid. I understand it, but the fact that you pull that offer and you're like, okay, Daniel Jones, we'll just give all this money to him, when Daniel Jones, by the stats, I'm not even trying to be biased, I'm not even trying to go by the eye test, the stats don't lie, the numbers don't lie, and they tell you Daniel Jones really ain't nothing without Saquon Barkley. Mm-hmm. So to your point, Justin, it amazes me how the stats said this, multiple football people said this, I said this, I ain't no expert, but I said this, I've been saying this for months, and finally people are starting to see it, that, Saquon Barkley makes a difference on the Giants. Wow.
It's like in the backfield, you're not scared of Matt Breida. You see Matt Breida in that backfield, you're not very scared of it. So you can guard up on some Jalen Hyatt, Darius Slayton, Darren Waller. You can do more on the passing side. You don't have to worry about Matt Breida. With Saquon Barkley, you have to worry about him on the run game and on the over the air. Like he'll run wildcat. He'll do anything. Like this dude will do anything. So he's very important to this offense because ever since he's been back, everyone in this offense has been getting even more targets every single week in, week out.
Oh, Ross is shaking his head over there.
He was saying, this is from Sports Illustrated. Brian Dable speaks court controversy by not committing to Daniel Jones. Yeah, he doesn't like him.
Well, why would you commit to Daniel Jones? It's a good
question.
Two passing touchdowns to 6 interceptions this year.
Yeah, I'm sure for Brian Dable, he's probably like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. He's probably not. I don't think he was a big fan of him last year, to be quite honest. I mean, you saw when they were winning games, he was kind of like, he was okay.
Everybody is happy. You don't need to nitpick everything when you're winning football games. It's like, all right, but that's the thing. Last year, it was like he yelled at him week 1, and then after that, they were winning some football games. So you can't get mad at him if he's winning.
No, he wasn't mad.
No, okay. But I'm just saying, like last year, it was all sunshine and rainbows because the Giants were playing well, right? They made a playoff. Right. They won a playoff game. So obviously, you're not going to have to nitpick everything that he does. 15 passing touchdowns isn't great, but as long as you're winning football games, it's manageable, right? Now this year, you're not seeing that because Daniel Jones just took a complete step back. He already matched his interception number from last year. What, in week 4 he did that? He got his 6th in week 4, week 5?
Not good.
It's not what you want.
Yeah, I think that's Rex Ryan was saying this today. It's the difference between Taylor and Jones right now this season is the turnovers. And I think it was, I'm not sure who mentioned it. Maybe it was Devin a few minutes ago. That being said, I mean, how great is the Giants offense with Taylor? How many points are they really putting up? I get they beat, a Washington team that is nothing special, and then they play tight against a Bills team. But I think a lot of that really has to do with their defense. Their defense has really stepped it up in the last couple of weeks.
Their defense has been great. And nobody's saying that the Giants are so much better with Tyrod Taylor and that he should be the starter moving forward. I'm just trying to push the conversation forward.
But when I'm
just trying to ask the questions. Like, why does Daniel Jones look? Yeah. Why does Daniel Jones look so much worse than Tyrod Taylor in terms of getting everybody involved? I don't get it. I'm just trying to ask the questions.
Well, to be fair, Jalen Hyatt wasn't really on the field at all until a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That's not that can you can't even put that. You can't put that on Daniel Jones. You have to put that on the coaching staff. So now that the coaching staff is showing that, all right, we can get these other guys involved when we have a veteran quarterback like Tyrod Taylor. He's been around for a while. Daniel Jones, he just got his first big deal. Right? He's 5 years into his NFL career, and he hasn't proven that much other than last year, which was just a little bit. It was like when your flashlight is about to die and there's a tiny bit of light. That's what the Giants saw, and they were like, all right, we can fix this. We can make this work. When in reality, the batteries just died over the offseason because he's not the same. Even before the neck injury, he wasn't the same.
He should not go back out there if he has this neck problem.
This offense is the number one problem on this team. The defense, in the last 3 weeks, they've been doing very well compared to the rest of the season. But this offense is nowhere where it's supposed to be. You have 85 points for the entire season. 85. That is the lowest in the entire season.
That's phenomenal.
In the entire league, they have the lowest points in the entire league. Their point differential is negative 89.
That's even more phenomenal.
It's week 7, 89 point differential.
We are a disservice to the NFL.
People saying that this win is the changer of the. No, it's not. No. You have an 89 point differential. There's nothing. You're not coming back from this. You're losing. Go home.
That's why I'm saying lose games.
Also, there's a good chance this is the last time you're going to see Taylor for a little bit too. Because obviously Daboll, he's like, all right, we're not committing to Daniel Jones yet. But that's just because of the injury. He's like Belichick. He doesn't want to tell everybody what he's going to do a week before the game.
Yeah, even though Daniel Jones has been doing much better than Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor's been doing much better than Daniel Jones all season. When Daniel Jones is healthy, he's going to be starting, and that's because Daboll is just... Well, more. He's
going to be starting until he's going to be starting until the next time he dies in front of that offensive line.
You can't bench a $40 million quarterback regardless. The GM's not going to let that happen.
Do you really think Brian Daboll likes Daniel Jones?
No, not really.
I think he tolerates him.
Exactly.
Okay, so do you think why can't he go up to Joe Shane's office and be like, yeah, we can't play this guy?
Well, then Joe Shane.
It's not Daboll's fault he signed him.
Then Joe Shane's job is in jeopardy if you just sign a $40 million. If you sign a guy for $40 million and then sit him on the bench starting week 6,
I just want them to draft a court and get this whole debate thing over with.
Ross is done.
Yeah, it's he's like, you know what it is? Daniel Jones is like a roller coaster. It's like there's a half a fan base that's like, oh, he's good, and then there's a half base that's like, you stink. I don't want to see this guy play again. I am done with the roller coaster. I'm done. Get me off the roller coaster.
Ross has stepped off.
Yeah, Adventureland. Get me out of Adventureland.
You jumping off the ride
yes, get me off the ride, please.
At its apex, you jumping off?
Yes, get off the waterfall. Get out of here.
Okay.
God.
The floor is next season.
Pissed.
You heard the man, Justin. He's done. He's over the Giants.